I'm going to ask you all to turn on your imagination, and I want you to picture a huge glass sculpture of a dinosaur. Not 5 stories tall, not 10 stories tall, but 50 stories tall. And now I will tell you that this giant statue of a dinosaur is in honor of petroleum. It's called the ubiquitous plesiosaurus, a petroleum poem. Whilst media meandering the other afternoon comes comfortably before my eyes a fairly shattering tune. Dearly dying dinosaur, some million years extinct, another prodding, punctured pate, and science platitudes shrink and fade. Just a fad, how sad, just a fad, damn bad, just a fad, but I'm glad. The objective state is usually late, it's sort of just fate. Some theories of time, a lesson's digression in slime, new monsters for old, in mythology hold, fold some monsters of old at the edge of the world, just a little white lie you'll attend till you die. Biology professors, geneticists and chemists, ontology, astrology, psychology, and dentists, Marxists and neo-Leninists and feminists. They came to gawk and theorize in diplomas, boats, and trains, to publish papers, sell their books, to scandalize, campaign. But that old swimmer dinosaur who left these tracks in time through hydrocarbons haughty hunt, we measure his moves in dollar, dinar, yen, and franc. Ruble? How noble. Has he passed for naught? Just ask my fiat. Cars' engines burn from the things that he learned. And as you pass then from this vale or veil, please remember, don't take your tail. And by heaven's rose, don't take your nose. And by hex fires, no buyers, please, we need the knees. The frozen woolly mammoth and Hay-Raleig's fiery comet have, one thing in common, that if you ride on them, they were gone, then they come. They stayed, they were delayed, they went round the bend and returned, like a bottle for deposit. See, it's in the bottom clause. It rules out one-way trips, and the management rules out tips. Ruse ignite in black and white, the ubiquitous plesiosaurus, a petroleum poem. And then, since we're speaking of dinosaurs, I've got some shocking news. Shocking news. Many of you, when you think of a dinosaur, you think of great, big, huge, old brontosaurus, right? Great, big thing, long neck, long tail, huge body. But you know what? Scientists have decided there's no such thing as a brontosaurus. Scientists have shown that, in fact, what we've been calling a brontosaurus is, in fact, just a teenage diplodocus. A teenage diplodocus? You mean? I mean, look, it's one thing to be extinct, but it's a whole other thing to have even extinction robbed. So I wrote this when I heard that incredible news. It's called the Bronto I Never Saurus. Oh, Bronto, so sorry, Saurus, not once but twice removed from us, not relinquished to museum rust, not languished piano weary neath the veil of dust, must while away the hours you trust, for far away from us you twice. It isn't really very. Not only do you no longer live, not now in even that slim aware must give no live. Because they said you never did. Not even once did breathing live. Deuce duncing life, not ever child, not ever wife. Reclaimed once, it seemed, from ancient mire. Now, so short in hours, retire. Twitched, tossed, great long-tailed beast, 500 tons, weaving through our imagination, your lumberings come. We thought you dumb. We saw you 10 elephants long, but we never thought you hadn't come. 'Twas said, twixt head and tail, a bristly bundle of fibrous fun, you drove 2 brains instead of 1. You cheated death. You cheated grave. You never even really came. A mis-ID they now are knowing. Heard from scientific newscasts crowing. Now they know, now seem saying, oh, in whose mind you once seemed playing. 200 tons, a slowly moving mountain of mistake. You didn't nuzzle the reeds at the lake. You didn't puzzle at the volcanic passion. You didn't stumble through the marshy morning while midst munching grasses muffle yawning. You never hugged the sunlight strength. You never stretched your tail its length. If you live, lusty, longer. In a mind to whom the thought of Bronto comes, small pleasure this, then take it comes. You're honored here. If ever future number, ancient fossils done. The Bronto I never saw. Thank you, my friends. I hope you found this mildly amusing.
Grossly amusing. I love this, having us envision before the poem a 50 stories high glass dinosaur, and then you direct our minds toward it being a petroleum poem before you take us on a linguistic joyride. Ruble, oh, noble. I love it. Uh, they were returned like a bottle for deposit. Also articulate and hilarious. A teenage Diplodocus, Bronto. Never saw it. I love it. And you cheated death. A slowly moving mountain. That was my favorite line. So as always, well done, brave Sir Rick. And I'll get your recording stopped now with the compliment.